Hi, my name's Seth Castile with Underwater Dogs.
I've volunteered at animal shelters all over the country, and there are millions of pets looking for forever homes, and they need our help. One of the best ways we can help them is to take a better adoption picture.
One picture saves a life. In today's video, we're going to teach you the very basics of how to get started. Imagine you're a dog or a cat. You're brought here in the middle of the night, you're going to be confused and you're going to be scared. It's not an ideal time to have your picture taken, but unfortunately for these dogs and cats, it is the time their picture is taken. And that picture is then used to help them find a forever home, which is really tough. So we're here to come in and create some uplifting, hopeful portraits of dogs and cats to help them find forever loving homes. We're going to come in, spend some time, have fun with them, and through the course of that, take much better photos. I've got a partner here, Allison, who's going to help me with these cats, and also she's here for safety. You know, we want to be respectful of these cats. We don't want them jumping out and running away. She can help me keep the cat here in the cage as I take this picture. The reason why you team up with someone, it just helps make your job as a photographer much, much easier. For example, Allison here is responsible for handling Stella, keeping her on a lead, kind of keeping her calm, and making sure she's not jumping around, running off across the park or etc. So it's a safety thing. She wants to keep Stella safe and allows me just to focus on taking the picture. It's always really important to be safe with shelter dogs. Some of these dogs come from circumstances we don't know about, we don't understand. Most of these dogs obviously are wonderful, you know, they're great pets, but they may not know who you are. So, you know, remember that. Don't just jump down in their face and surprise them with a hug because they may not understand what you're doing. So, you know, when you first meet the dog, this is common sense really, but, you know, be confident and, you know, present your hand and don't put your face in the dog's face. Always be very safe about it. Safety is the #1 thing with doing this. So here we are meeting Cato, who's a pit bull terrier friend. He obviously is a real sweetheart. You can just tell that he's friendly, but I don't know him yet. So when I'm meeting Cato, I'm just going to be very respectful. Hey, Cato! I'm not going to put my face down next to his face. I'm just going to say hello. Cato, you want a treat? Can you sit for it? He's a little distracted, but I'm just making sure I'm respectful of him, giving him a chance to kind of get to know me a little bit before getting down on the ground. It's also important that Allison here, my handler, has a really good grip on Cato. You know, make sure that she has the lead because I'm going to put myself down on the ground and be fairly close to Cato. So I want to make sure everybody's safe here. When choosing a good location, it's important to find a place that has no distracting elements. It's also important to find a place in the shade. So we're going to walk around and we're going to look for a really good spot. As we can see here, we've got bright sun out. It's a little hard to see. I always recommend shooting in the shade. We also have lots of really distracting elements. Even though we have elements of nature, we have really weird trees, cacti. Here's a really strange fountain. You know, the important thing is we want to make sure the focus is on the dog and not on a fountain. You know, we don't need a fountain in there.
Try to find a location that doesn't have a lot of distractions in the background. After all, you want the focus to be on the dog.
We're going to go searching through the jungle for a great spot. Here we go, we found our spot. I always recommend shooting in the shade. Now I'm in the sun, now I'm in the shade. The reason I do this is if you're in the sun, it's really, really bright for the dogs to see. Sometimes they're squinting. It also blows out a lot of important highlights. Photographing black dogs and white dogs in the sun, you often lose a lot of these important details. So, we put them back here in the shade. This way they have nice even lighting. It's just much more flattering. For a backdrop, this is a perfect backdrop. We're gonna put the dogs just right here, use this as a backdrop. The pictures are gonna look amazing. I try to incorporate elements of nature into photos. Sometimes you can't have them because they're not there. But if you can find them, use them. Here we are at the animal shelter. We're gonna go photograph some dogs. We're looking for the best place to do that. Let's go. So looking around here, this is no good. We have more bars, more cages, more metal, more concrete. We have tough lighting. We have, shadow. We have sun. It's all over the place. So here's another option. It's a meet and greet area. Come on in. We don't have a lot of space in here, but what we do have is some shade, which is great. So I can position a dog right here, and then I can kind of photograph a little bit down here so I have a nice, clean, green background, which is nice and colorful. The lighting is great. I recommend it. This wall is perfect for photos. So we're not in the sun, which means we don't have any harsh light. We have a nice colorful backdrop, which is not distracting. And it's as quiet as it is gonna be anywhere near this area. So I think this is an ideal place to take photos. Now here's all the cats. We've got about 40 cats in this room. They're all in their kennels here. I'm looking for the best place to take their photograph. So we've got a lot of natural light in here. We've got this room, which is a meet and greet room. There's not a lot of great opportunities here for photographs. As you can see, there's a weird desk here. There's strange lighting, this fluorescent lighting. There's no great cat furniture. If there's awesome cat furniture in here, I'd say maybe we give it a shot. But I think if you put a cat in here, chances are they may try to run around. You'll spend most of your time actually chasing the cat rather than taking a picture. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna photograph the cats in the kennels themselves, and we're gonna do it so you don't even really know where they are. You just have great headshots, so you wouldn't even have any idea they're in these kennels. So if you're taking pictures of cats that are in a foster home or a foster apartment, you have many options to take pictures of cats in terms of the location. I try to use some natural light if I can, and I'm gonna try to use some of this furniture and non-distracting elements and do a nice headshot of Henry the black cat. So when you're working with a black cat, I wouldn't recommend them putting him on a black couch or in front of a black wall. We wanna make sure they stand out. We have a nice gray couch here, so Henry's gonna stand out from the couch. We have nice light in this room, so we're gonna see what he looks like. Good. There we go, we got a nice headshot of Henry. I always recommend, if you can, lure your cat model over towards a window. You're gonna get much better ambient light. Their face is gonna look much more beautiful. You're gonna see all those great details. Their eyes are gonna look terrific. To recap, always use a helper and make sure you know and follow shelter protocol. Remember to be safe. Safety is priority. Be careful and be respectful when approaching new pets for the first time. You might want to go down and give this dog or a cat a hug, but remember, they don't know you yet. So take your time, be patient, and be safe. Always shoot in the shade. Limit distracting elements and use elements of nature if they're available. Team up, invite your friends, and develop a system to photograph as many pets as possible. Remember, one picture saves a life.